Welcome back to another Mental Health Mondays with Kate. I hope that today is a great start to your week. So, this month of March, I'm going to be talking about Lent. And here's why. I want to just get this right out of the gate because this series is all about mental health. So, why in the world am I talking about Lent? I am talking about Lent just for the month of March, not all the way to Easter, because I think it's a great reason, a great time to talk about or continue, I guess, the conversation about religion and mental health and how constructs, religious constructs, can contribute negatively or positively to the mental health of believers, the mental health of those who fall away from faith when they fall away from religion, which does not have to be the same thing. Let's put that out there too. So today, the topic that I put in Kaleidoscope, which is the monthly newsletter you get if you subscribe to my website, that the topic was going to be colors. And I did this because the church has these things. They're called liturgical colors. It's like the theme color of the season. And the color for Lent is purple, which is indicative of mourning. Primarily, that's the one that I lean towards. But reflection, kind of darker, deeper times. And there are other church colors. There's white, there's green, there's red. What this is reminding me of is this tattoo. Let's see if I can do this without giving anybody major motion sickness. Sorry in advance. Whoop. There we go. That is a barbell with a Greek word in between, and nope, you can't read what it is. But what I want you to see is the colors. There's one purple character, the mu, in Greek, for those of you who know such things. And then the other characters are green. And so green is for ordinary time. That tattoo is a reminder to me. So it's a barbell, strength. The purple is a time of suffering, of mourning, and the green is ordinary time. And the word I chose is meno, which is the Greek for the word abide. And so what I want to say about colors and Lent and mental health is this. Seasons such as Lent can give us a pressure, a sense that we are failing, that we are not living up to what God expects of us. And this is one of those places where religion and faith, where human construct and God get conflicted and don't match up. Does God expect a lot of us? Yes. Does God expect that out of anywhere other than love? No. God longs things for us. God desires things for us. Never from a place of shame, never from a place of anything that would raise deprecation in you. And so this tattoo that I showed you a moment ago is the reminder to me that in the liturgical calendar, green is the dominant color, the ordinary time. It's the reminder to me that even the deepest, darkest place I'm in is not going to last forever, here on this earth or for all eternity. That I can hold on to hope that the green will come again if I but abide and take my strength from Christ. Because I am not always a strong person. Nope, none of us is. But I can find that strength, I believe, as part of my faith. So Lent can be a time where we are coerce is going to feel like a really strong word, but where we're kind of put into this framework, I guess, to really look at what we aren't doing well. And that can really play into negative mental health space. That can change our thoughts into pretty dark places. And so my encouragement to you is to, first of all, what if we reframe Lent? What if we, I'm not even going to go into the whole religious construct piece of things, but what if we reframe Lent into a time where all you're doing is looking for places to improve, not highlighting all of the things that you're not doing. It is a nuance. I acknowledge that. It is a nuance, but say the two and see how they feel. If you focus on things that you can improve, how does that feel versus where are the places that you're failing or not doing your part? It's a pretty big difference, right? This is why we have to be so careful with all things of what we say to ourselves, how we speak to ourselves, and how we then look at and speak to others. So, colors, Lent, purple. Even the season of Lent is constructed. I'm just going to let that be my little subtle thing to you. Even the season of Lent is constructed that every Sunday is kind of this like break, this mini Easter where we remember that the resurrection has already happened. You can see how I feel about all of this just in my face. I'm terrible at poker. So even in that, we recognize that there's a rhythm in which we need to be able to pause and remember that grace has already been given, and that we, though we don't yet live in the time of complete freedom, that it is coming, and that we can contribute to that and live into that. So colors. Where are you going to put your focus? How are you going to speak to yourself? How are you going to speak to others in this season of Lent? If this is a season that you believe in or practice in, think about how it feels to say to yourself, here is where I'm going to improve, versus here is where I am failing or falling short. Think about that. Come back next week. Have a great week, everybody.